Today, we're talking about the pros and cons of growing your business. And one thing you have to really understand about taking your business to that next level. And if you do want to continue to learn about growing your business and you want to hear from different experts in different industries, I highly recommend you check out the Masters of Home Service podcast. They have a lot of different topics from different industry leaders talking about how they were able to grow their business. That link will be down in the show notes, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can check the description box. But let's go ahead and get started with this episode. Welcome back to the Detailing Business Class podcast, where you'll learn proven tactics and strategies on sales, marketing, and operations to grow your business. I'm your host, Oscar Gill, and my goal is to elevate you as a detailer and business owner to the next level. Welcome back to a new episode. Today, we're going to talk about the reality truth on what it means to run a business. Now, this is coming from the context of I get messages or I'll see comments when I post maybe about the shop or any video that's showing the work we're doing or our team or anything. And with that out the way, and people will be like, "Oh man, can't wait to be where you are one day." Oh man, that's my goal. You know, whatever it means, the shop, the team, the cars, whatever. They'll say like, "Oh, like that's my dream. I'll be there one day." You know, those are goals. Can't wait to be there. Wish I was there already. Can't wait to get as big as you, right? And obviously those are flattering, right? I really appreciate those comments. That's really cool to see and read. But I think the less obvious thing is that there's two parts to it. There's one where it's gonna sound funny, but like always be appreciative and always value and be grateful for where you are now, right? If you're always looking for that next thing, that next phase, that next thing you want to do, which don't get me wrong, having big ambitions and goals always a great thing. But as far as like, don't think you're not in a good place now and that the next place you get to is where the real growth or happiness or the real whatever is actually going to come, right? Like if you're just starting, if whatever, like wherever you're in your business, like right now is the best it is, and be grateful and appreciate that. That doesn't mean, again, like it's kind of like a very fine balance between you always want to keep on pushing and thriving for the next goal, for the next milestone, for the next big project, for the next big move, right? But at the same time as you want to appreciate and be grateful for where you are right now. And I it's like, and it's one of those things where you're going to tell yourself like, oh, well, it's just, I'm not getting as many customers. Oh, I'd like to have more customers. I'd like to make more money. I'd like to be booked out 2 weeks. And you think like, yeah, once you hit those markers that like, okay, things will be better. But, fast forward 6 months, a year, 2 years. And, let's say you're booked out 2 weeks now. And you're making more money, right? Then you'll be saying, "Oh, I wish we were booked out a month. I wish I was making more money. I wish I had a bigger team. I wish I had a bigger You'll always crave more. You'll always want more." Which again, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's kind of the point of business is continuing to grow and expand and to continue to grow. But it's like it's very a nuanced thing of like always be thriving for more, but don't think like, oh, life is better over there. Oh, well, once I get there, then life is better. Oh, once my business gets to that point, then I can start doing this. Oh, well, once I get that, then I can go. Because the truth of the matter is, which comes to my second part, is that you equally get as many problems as you do good things that come with it, right? Meaning like, going back to what I said of like, oh, people want to be where I am. Oh, I can't wait to get a shop. Oh, I can't wait to have a team. Oh, I can't wait to be, quote unquote, as big as you. And it's like, okay, well, just know like, if you have a team of 4 people, right? You'll have the day or the week that 2 people are out sick. And then what do you do, right? If you have that much work on the schedule for 2 weeks booked out and you are counting on your team of 4 to tackle it and to, meet the deadlines, go mobile, go shop based, whatever, and then 1 or 2 workers are out sick for a week. Well, then what do? Do you reschedule all those customers? Do you try to manage all that work and do it all yourself and work from 7 to 10 p.m. every single day for 2 weeks straight? Like, is that are you prepared and willing to go through that stress and trouble, both mentally and physically, to like try to keep up with that work. Like, so those are the things that come with growth and like with problems in the future, right? Like you're so focused and you're ready for the future, but like if you look at where you are right now, 6 months ago, you were hoping you'd get to that point, right? And now that you're at that point, you've kind of already forgot about it, and you're like, well, I can't wait to get over there. But just not over there is just more problems, right? Good things come with it as well too, but like it's so easy just to look at the positives, at the cool things, at the, oh man, growth, oh, a bigger shop, oh, you can fit more vehicles, oh, you're doing this, oh, you're doing that. Like, it's so easy to look at the pros, obviously, right? Like it's so easy to look at the positive things of like, oh, that's so awesome. But just know like the same equal amount of parts of bad come with it as well. If you're trying to grow your team, it's managing employees, it's hiring, it's onboarding, it's training, it's making sure everyone is moving in the right direction. And look, all of what I just said right there has nothing to do with detailing, right? You're just managing people. You are trying to develop a good work culture. Your main concern is not just, oh, we got to detail this vehicle. It's now, oh, I hope everyone shows up on time. Oh, that's right, we got to do payroll. Oh, that's right, everyone needs to be under 40 hours. Like it's no longer just detailing. Like you are now focused on so many other things. And then that's not just like when you get a team, that's on so many parts of like when you're actually booking out your schedule, like have to, if you're doing one a week right now, it's like you're chilling right now. It's pretty straightforward. Like you could take quite a bit of time because it's just one vehicle. But then you up that up to 5 vehicles a week, 7 vehicles a week, 9 vehicles a week. Then it's like, oh, well, now you have to meet deadlines. Now you have to manage a schedule. Now you have to drive a lot more. Now there's higher expectations. Now you have to manage a quality with a higher frequency of vehicles. And again, there's a lot of ways you can look at that in terms of how you actually manage that. You don't necessarily always have to go for volume, right? You could always lower your prices. I mean, raise your prices, lower the amount of vehicles you work on, and make more, and still make money like that. But in whatever context you're putting it, like if you're taking on more vehicles or the value of work you're doing per vehicle goes up, like problems come with that, right? Like even if you were to raise your prices by 40%. And your average ticket price is over $1,300, well, you're still gonna have trouble managing that, right? With clients, with expectations, with the results yourself. Like, there's always problems that come about. Like, I can't see any business in which way, and however you set it up, whether you're doing correction coding, whether you're doing correction coding PPF, whether you're mobile, whether you're shop, whether you're both, whether you're just a fleet washing, you do fleet washes, whether you just do car wash. Like, there is no way that any of those businesses don't come with its own sets of problems that you have to manage, right? And that's why I'm gonna keep on going back to, like, if you think over there is where there's no problem, where over there is a better life, or over there is a better system, where over there is a better business, it's just not true, right? Now, don't get me wrong, like, different stages bring different problems. So if you're in business for the first 6 months, your main problem is like, I need customers, I want to make money, I want to work on vehicles, right? That's your first problem. And then in the future, it gets to the point of saying, okay, there's too much work for me to handle on the schedule. How do I manage that? Do I hire someone? Do I get a bigger van with a bigger setup to be able to be more efficient? And then you look into, like, okay, well, how do I build it out? What van? Where'd I go? Dealership? Getting out a loan? Commercial auto insurance? And then, that's a set of problems. Or then you might be saying, oh, okay, well, we've been mobile for X amount of time. We want a shop. Okay, yeah, we should get a shop. Okay, boom. That's a whole set of other problems. What shop? What location? What's the lease? Do you have the money? Do you have enough for the deposit and the last month's rent? Do you have enough to outfit the van? If you're going to renovate it, how are you going to renovate it? Are you getting a contractor yourself, or is that going through the property manager? Like, that's its own set of problems. You want to offer vinyl or PPF or tin. It's okay. Now that's an entirely different skill. That's an entirely different thing you have to learn. Pricing, material, training. So there is the entire premise of you running your business is you're literally saying, I'm going to solve problems every single day for the rest of my life. That's it. You want to grow? Solve problems, right? You want to hire someone? Solve problems. You want to get more customers? Solve problems. You want to offer new service? Solve problems. Like, that's all you're doing every single day. So like when we went into vinyl wrapping, its own set of problems. When we wanted to get a shop, its own set of problems. When we wanted to get a mobile van, all new set of problems. When we wanted to hire someone, all new set of problems. When we wanted to send a mobile van without me or Lex, like as just like an actual mobile team, its own set of problems. When we wanted to transition and bring more jobs to the shop than the mobile van, whole set of different problems. And that's literally what you're doing on a daily basis. That's it. Like you are just solving problems, and a lot of those problems, as you can tell, are not detailing related. They're not like, well, how do I polish this? How do I correct this? How do I clean this stain? How do I like that? Those will be there too. Don't get me wrong, but that's still just one small portion of running your detailing business. So don't get me wrong. Like I had like this week in itself is stressful because like Lex is out sick this week. Unfortunately. But then we have a course launch this Thursday, and I'm trying to prep and get ready to launch the proper care products at the end of the month of September, while still trying to keep up with the detail group content on YouTube and Instagram, and still needing to do things that like need to get done. It's like, well, where's the time at? Where's the effort at? Right? Like if you're down one person, it's like that just, like we're missing a lot of emails from potential customers right now. We'll probably have to reschedule some jobs just because me and Angel are not going to be able to get to everything. Plus what I have to do on my own with the other brands that's going on. It's like, yeah, it's stressful. Like it's a lot of work. Like from when I get here till, even later into the evening when I leave the shop, it's like my mind is just constantly on work. And if your business and life isn't set to the point where you can handle that, like you can easily get burnt out. Like you can very easily get burnt out because the amount of problem and stress that you're dealing with. And that's what I'm saying. Like you think, oh, well, once I get customers on the schedule and I'm making money, oh, my life is going to be so much easier. And don't get me wrong, life is a lot easier and running your business is a lot easier when there's a constant stream of leads and customers coming to your business on a daily basis. Like it's a lot easier to say, oh, like, if you book in 3 jobs in one day, you're like, customers, like making money isn't the problem, but it's still a problem nonetheless, right? You're struggling because you're not making much money. Okay, great. Like the same, if you were to look at the problems that you go through, if you looked at at a scale, right? And let's say on a scale from 1 to 10, and you're just starting off, you're not making money, whatever, or you're not even just starting off, like in your business right now, you're not making money, you're kind of struggling, right? You're on a stress level, call it 7, making up a number here, right? And then you get to the point where you're booked out 2.5 weeks. You're at a shop, right? And again, let's say it's you and 2 other people, so it's a team of 3, and you guys are managing the workload. And 2 of those, let's say 2 of the workers are both sick because they both caught the fever or whatever, right? Okay, guess what? If you look at your stress level, right, it's at a 7 again, right? Same amount of stress as far as the stress level, right? Not the activities or tasks that got you to that stress. But I'm saying like stress level 7 when you're not making money and you're in the beginning phase or you're struggling with your business. Stress level 7 when you have business, when you have customers, when you're making money, but now you can't handle the workload. Like the stress, the problems are there just in a different format, depending on where you are in your business. Will be a different set of problems that you have to manage. So it's just really interesting to see, like, and I get it. Like you always want to aspire to be more, to do more, to get to that next level, which is, it's very fun and exciting. And you want to keep on pushing to see how far you can go and what you can do. But I think it's very easy to gloss over the problems and struggles that comes with trying to grow. I mean, just the money alone, right? Like if you want to move into a shop, depending on where you live, whatever. But like if rent is, call it $1,500 a month, right? I don't know how much base, whatever. But let's say $1,500 a month. Typically is you put the first month deposit down, and then you put I think last month deposit or first month deposit, and you pay first month deposit. So just to get the shop itself, you'd pay $3,000, not including everything to outfit the shop. And again, like if you need lighting, if you need AC, if you need plumbing, if you need, if you're going to epoxy the floor, if you're going to Whatever. Like, do you have an additional $2, $5, $7, $10,000 to get that all done? Do you have the customers are the customers coming in to be able to justify those things that you want to do? So yeah, it's just like it's very easy to just look at that one thing that's like, oh, that's cool, I want to shop. But then everything underneath it, right? Like the iceberg effect, like that's just the tip of the iceberg. But everything else that needs to fall in place and that you need to have going is like a lot more than what most people think. So not only that, but it's funny reading the comments on like Instagram or YouTube or TikTok of you can immediately tell when someone either does not run a business or the way they run their business is much different than how you're currently operating. But that'll be for a different topic. So I'll go ahead and end the episode right there. Just wanted to touch bases on that given this specific week and then the comments that I've been reading. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you guys on the next one.